Hello, everybody, and today we are watching Grief. Okay, I know that I'm very late on this one, but at least it's not like Season 6, where I spent an entire year watching the season. So yeah, after Reginald died, well, let's see what's happened. Let's see how Sam will cope, and let's see what happens from now. And, probably gonna have a lot to say about this episode, so, yeah. And I actually saw, like, a couple bits of it, thanks to a couple of, yeah. So, yeah, let's see how the engines will cope after Reginald's death, and see how the grief will be a major role. Let's see. Let's go. Also, if you're still wondering why I'm delaying these reactions, look, at least it's not like Season 6 where I started my reactions in October of 2024 and end in October 2025. Just be grateful for that.
As you might expect, we were all devastated.
I don't think we've ever seen those blue coaches in the series.
He died so suddenly and unexpectedly really hit us hard. To make matters worse...
Also, I want to just point out something. Every single original character that is a MIDI is dead. All of them. Colin got blown up in the Stories of War. Lily, same. Adam got blown up and died. No. Went for the final firing after he got mental fatigue in Diagnosis. Reginald is now dead. Peter got shot in Season 5. Jeffrey had a fatal accident in 1965. Mr. Zara also got shot in 1965. And, well, is that every MIDI? The only ones that are now surviving are Donald, Douglas, and Diesel, which you absolutely cannot kill because they're like TV show characters, and you just cannot kill them off. Like, it just doesn't feel right to just kill them off. And besides, they appear in like the 2015 shots in the SCPs of Sodor. So yeah, every OC that is a MIDI is dead.
He wasn't the only fatality. Nearly 30 people died in that crash, so naturally there was a huge demand to know what caused it. Initially, it was believed a points failure was responsible, but they had difficulty confirming this. As a result, the investigation dragged on longer than expected. In that time, fingers started being pointed, and I'm sorry to say some of them fell on our late express engine.
Engine caused crash.
What sort of rubbish is that? My driver read the article. The tosspot that wrote it kept asking questions like, how come Reginald didn't see the other train coming? Why didn't he realize he was on the wrong line? And other such nonsense. This is fantastic. My husband dies and everyone turns him into a scapegoat. It's not fair.
Exactly.
No, especially when it should have been me. How's that? I pushed Reggie into taking the motor rail. If I had just... Patrick, don't. It wasn't your fault.
It reminds me of Jeffrey's death when Henry played himself
for it. I thought maybe, well, you thought wrong. Thanks, Sam. You're a good woman. Reggie was a lucky man. Anyway, I best be
lucky?
If you need anything, let me know.
I'm surprised she's so cheery. Reggie!
He's right. I was a lucky man. Not right now, you aren't. What the papers are saying about you is nothing more than
hallucinations. She's going mad.
Accident, and so do you. That should be enough. I know it
Damn. 2025 was the worst year for Reginald alive. Really. In my version, Reginald got divorced, and then in this version, he's dead. 2025 just wasn't Reggie's year.
But it still hurts seeing your name dragged through the mud. Let them drag all they like.
Also, that effect was
satisfying after I'm cleared. Then they'll get to choke on their sensationalism. That does sound like fun. You always knew how to cheer me up. Oi, Sam. Ah, James. How long have you been there?
Hallucination.
I just arrived. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Where do you want this lot? Just leave it there. I'll get to it in a moment. All right. Who are you talking to? No one.
Holy shit.
You should have come to me with this sooner. I know, but I didn't think it was a problem. Sam, you're having hallucinations.
Honestly, I think that this is very rushed. Like, I think Reggie's death is very rushed. Also, excuse this, I just took a shower. Anyway, I think this is very rushed. Like, one hallucination and she's just going to Derek. It really should have just gone on for a little bit longer. See her suffer more. See her do this, la la la. But, like, it feels rushed.
Nations about your dead husband. That is an enormous problem. Even though it isn't affecting my work, that doesn't matter. These kinds of delusions are very unhealthy. When did they first start? after you told me the investigation had slowed down. Speaking of which, I'm sorry, Sam, I don't have anything new to report. They're working as fast as they can, but they have a lot of data to process. If I had to guess, it sounds like these visions come from a desire for closure. You want to know how and why your husband died. You think if I get that, he'll go away? It's possible. Then maybe I'm not so eager for closure. Talking to him makes me feel better. This vision is so lifelike, which is what makes it so dangerous. And the more you engage with it, the harder it will be to get rid of it. What am I supposed to do if he shows up? Try not speaking to it. If it persists, tell it outright you know it isn't real. And try avoiding things that trigger strong memories of Reginald. That's going to be difficult. Since everything around here reminds me of him, then perhaps a change of scenery might help. Sheffield is due for an overhaul. Maybe you could cover for him on the Warrington branch until he gets back. You think I could? I mean,
Bruh. There are so many fucking engines on the Waterton branch. Like, we have, let's see, Duck, Oliver, William, Wendell, Kate, wait, what Duck? Around 6 different characters on the branch. And now you have Sam, which is the 7th. This better not be, like, I'm not against Sam being on the Little Western, but, like, well, there are so many engines. If she gets added, then that's 7 characters and 6 engines on one branch. My God, and it's just a small branch along the beach, so, like...
Never worked on a branch line before. I know. I also know it's been tradition to send engines like you to the Farquhar branch, but they're very busy at the moment. I'm sure you'll get the necessary training on the Little Western. So what do you say? Sounds like a great idea. Excellent. I'll run it by Mr. Watson. Are you going to tell him about Reginald? Only if you want me to. Otherwise, I'll recommend it as bereavement leave. I'd rather you do that. I really don't want anyone else to know I'm having hallucinations. There's no shame in it, Sam. You're likely to receive a lot of support if you come out and admit it. That's all I've been getting since Reggie died. People offering their condolences and their help. I know it comes from a good place and I hate to sound ungrateful, but it can be overwhelming sometimes. I understand. I'll tell Mr. Watson you need some
Wow,
time
this
to wait
long
for you.
conversation
I'm
only
sure
makes me
he'd be happy
sadder.
to make the arrangements. And don't forget what I told you to do if Reginald shows up. Don't worry. If there's
Don't
one thing
talk.
every wife
I'm surprised
knows,
you're so
it's how they tell
cheery.
off her husband. Hello, Sam. So nice to see you. Welcome to the Warrington branch. Thanks, Kate. This is...
Nice seeing Kate again. Also, I need to make a little... how do I say it? I need to make a little pause. I need to give a confession. I cannot, for God's sake, do a Kate voice. Like, I do not know how the fuck Danzig does it, but I cannot do her voice. The only episode she's spoken in my version so far was Informant, and even then, I had one sentence for her to say. One, in which she said, is it the replacement, and one of them is a Gentia. No, I'm not going to say it in her voice, because I cannot do her voice. I had to spend 55 different takes to do her voice. Like, how do you do it? How do you do her voice? Like, how on earth do you do a Kate voice? It's this... Okay, now you know how we're probably going to say, oh, it's easy. Just do a female British voice, which ain't hard. Like, yeah, true. But, like, there's a different bit to it. Her voice is very different. It's a voice pretty much unique to her. It's, like, yeah, it's still a British accent, but, like, it's a mix of British and something else. She has this tint to it. Almost as if it's slightly, not British. Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to go in the comments saying, oh, are you saying Kate's a foreign engine? I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just trying to point out what her voice sounds like to me. Now, yes, if it's a dialect from somewhere in the UK, yeah, I'm okay with it. If someone comes up to me and says, oh, you're wrong, she doesn't actually have a foreign tinge, she actually has the accent from X part of the UK. Yeah, I'd be okay. Like, I'm, like, if I'm wrong right now, then please tell me. Please, I need to know. I just need to know how I can do her voice, because she will be a very important character. Especially in, like, the later episodes, and in Season 7, she will be a prominent character, especially in the first episode. So, if I cannot do a good voice for her, then it doesn't work. Like, I'm a very huge perfectionist when it comes to voices. If the one little tiny little problem goes wrong with her voice, I get mad. And that's ultimately my problem with my version of season 6 and 7. And overall, kind of my YouTube career as a whole. Sometimes I'm just a bit too much of a perfectionist, and it's really not healthy. It's really not healthy to be a perfectionist, especially about voiceover work and imitating Victor's voice. Because I can do a lot of good Tanzig impressions, but they need to be perfect. If I'm to do my own version of his series, they have to be pitch perfect. And Kate's example is the where I just don't know how to do her voice. Like, if someone can tell me in the comments, oh, you can do a Kate voice by doing XYZ, do let me know. Like, please, just do let me know. I should have probably said Z because I'm doing an American voice, but like, whatever. But again, if you can tell me how I can replicate her voice, please do let me know. Do tell me, please. Yeah, and as I said, her voice is very, well, yeah, it's still British, but she has this foreign tint to it. And then again, sometimes the tint is more present. Other times, it's not as present. So you can't really say, oh, it's her accent, because, well, almost as if sometimes I hear her not pronouncing words right. I don't know. It's probably just me or not. And I've already spoken my ideas that I have with, like, other people, including Victor himself, and he says they're interesting. So, yeah, if you can, like, yeah, if it's just a part of the UK. Also, I'm sorry that I keep continuing rambling. I just want an answer. How can I do her voice?
Great! I had no idea how bad.
And her tint, sometimes it's more present in other moments, sometimes it's less. Accents do not fluctuate over time, so, like, yeah.
I need to get out of that yard. If you do good enough, maybe we'll keep you on. I guess that'll depend on how good you lot are at teaching me. Control said I was to start working with you? That's right, we'll be double-heading this train to Waterton. And before we set off, I want to tell you how sorry I am. Thank you.
Well, if Sam gets on, then there will be way too many engines. 7 engines on the Little Western, plus Toad, the brake van. It's just a lot. It's definitely a lot. Also, I like that we get more Kate involvement in this episode, because we never really got a lot of shots with her in season 5 and 6. And if I'm to maybe create like a scene or two, because my version of season 6 relies on existing Tanzig footage, whether it be shorts, retold, or his main series. If it's from his series, then I'm gonna have to reuse it. It's basically sort of a trampy thing where I just reuse images from Victor videos. So yeah, I like that we get to see more expressions of her. We see her sad, we see her happy, we see her delighted, because we only really got the happy, sad, and angry face in her in other previous episodes. So if I probably would have to like either Photoshop her face in, edit her green, or yeah, all sorts of other techniques that I'm not sure, because I only have like some Viva Video and occasionally other apps.
It's been rough, no mistake. I didn't just mean about Reginald. I'm sorry about the fight we had all those years ago. What fight? When Joshua came here, I accused you of being interested in Thomas. Oh, that? I'd forgotten all about it. Well,
She wasn't.
and I never apologized for it. And you don't need to, Kate. That's ancient history. Let's make a fresh start. Sounds good to me. So let's couple up and get going. You can lead. Me? If you're going to be working this branch, you need to learn the line. Yes, that's very true. Let's go.
Let's go, and there's a motherfucking app. Okay, so I skipped the ad, and another thing, I'm actually gonna adapt Tragedy and Limits into my version of season 7, which will be released after season 6, and after that will come the big movie. Yay! And yeah, I'm gonna have to reshoot a bunch of this episode, because like I said, first of all, in my version of season 6, Sam will be painted in a different color in an episode. I'm not gonna say which one, I'm not gonna say which color, I just know I will do it. So I'm gonna have to either, and Kay will also be repainted red beginning with season 7. Or like, yeah, close. And I'm gonna have to reshoot, I either have to use some sort of editing tool on an iPad to edit characters' colors, or I'm gonna have to ask someone to reshoot scenes, which either of those can be really time consuming. So yeah, If you can maybe, yeah, if you can give me some advice, that would be good. Back to the office. I find it funny how Kate's so like squished yet Sam's so long. I don't know, that's just funny. I'm not like but I get the feeling that something bad's gonna happen. What the? Holy sh... This is more depressing than the context itself. Like, what's happening? What? Just... Oh, the banker! It's the banker! It's the banker! It's the banker! Banker! Banker time! What? This situation is way more depressing than it really should be. This is way more dark than the context of the scene. They're like, dark wouldn't be the right word, just sad. Who could this? I think Sam's gonna assume that it's Reggie.
What happened? I lost steam pressure. I'm not used to moving trains over a long distance. I'm sorry for cocking up our run, Kate. It wasn't your fault, Sam. I should have told you the first lesson of branch line work. Make sure to pace yourself. If there's an upside to what happened, it's that we got to experience the banker. I don't suppose you saw what it was? No, and our guard couldn't tell us anything, so we're hoping you can, Doug. Sorry, Samantha, but my experience lines up with everyone else's. I know I saw an engine, but I can't tell you a thing about it. And it wasn't just me. My crew and everyone on the platform said the same thing. It was like we didn't care to notice
Holy
it,
shit.
which is absolutely horrible if the banker is known faceless. So this thing appears out of nowhere to help stranded trains, but it won't let anyone remember it? Why? Search me, but at least it's friendly. Even so, let's hope we won't need its help again. I'll make sure to pace myself going forward. Maybe we could try a different train, something lighter perhaps to ease you into things. I have just the thing. I'll be running a rail tour tomorrow. You want to double-head it with me? That'd be great. Tops, we'll head out for Waterton first thing. You can pick up the coaches if you want. Well, shunting is my specialty. Where will I find them?
Yep.
Thanks for showing me, William. Don't mention it. And you can call me Will. Then you can call me... What's wrong? Sorry, it's just... Has anyone ever told you that your face is very similar to Reginald's? No?
Oh, that meta joke just... That meta joke is just... Yeah, and he's also wearing Adam's face, which are all variations of Arthur's face. So yeah, imagine just 4 engines with the same face. Holy shit. I wonder if it's from like the cave, you know, the Cave of Life, or yeah, that thing in the SCPs of Sodor.
I hope that won't be a problem. No, of course not. I'm sorry, I'm being very rude. I don't think so. I can't deny Reginald was a rather striking chap.
And William
I'll take
sounds
it
very
as an
similar to
compliment if
Reggie.
we look alike. Just as intended. You're a terrible liar, Samantha. Yes, I am. And you can call me Sam. All right, then. Enjoy your run, Sam. Hope it goes well. So do I. Take care.
There goes Reggie.
I don't see the resemblance either. Then again, I was never very good at spotting the obvious. You certainly weren't. Remember that time? No. No, what? You're not real. You are not real. Of course I'm not. What? I say, Sam. Wendell, how long have you been there? I just rolled up. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Are the coaches ready? Yes, they are. Then let's get rolling. Who are you talking to? No one.
Tell him.
Now that's strange. I've never heard of hallucinations confirming they aren't real, which makes me wonder what if it is Reggie, his ghost anyway. Given our previous experience with the supernatural, it's not impossible, is it? No, I suppose not. But assuming it is his ghost, why are you the only one who can see him? I don't know. If he pops up again, should I ask? Or should I just ignore him? Maybe you could ask a few questions, but make sure you don't get carried away. Then again, maybe he won't show up. Why wouldn't he? Remember how I said this could be caused by a desire for closure? Well, I can offer that now. I got word this morning that they've concluded the investigation. They can confirm the accident was caused by a points failure. How did it fail? Was it dodgy maintenance? No, it was in working order. It was just simply bad luck. When Reginald was switched onto the wrong line, he collided with the other engine about 10 seconds later. So he had no chance of stopping
Which is
in time
whom?
and no chance of surviving. He and the other engine were going rather fast. They'll be holding a press conference later today to announce these findings and to confirm Reginald wasn't responsible. Good. Good to know. You don't sound all that happy. I'm glad Reggie's reputation will be restored, but at the same time, knowing how he died doesn't really help. It won't bring him back. Not that I thought it would. I don't know.
Again, I thought...
I'm sorry. I'm acting completely balmy. I'd be worried if you weren't acting balmy. And for what it's worth, I know how you feel. I went through my own cycle of grief after Thomas died.
Yeah.
You did? Of course. The romance was long gone, but I still thought of him as a dear friend. I was gutted when he was killed. Angry too, even when I had...
Okay, okay, so I like how Kate shares the same experience as he had with Sam, making them very making both relate to one another. That's good. If I'm being honest, I kind of would have liked to see Thomas and Kate's relationship be a bit longer, because yeah, we did get season 2. After that, we got season 3, where it was only just the one episode. And as I said in my Stories of Sodor discussion from like 2 years ago, which I now cringe looking back, they never even said love you to one another. Well, I can, fuck. I think I just gave a spoiler, fuck. But yeah, I think the relationship could have just been a bit longer, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe when Thomas comes back in a season or 12, maybe they'll reunite and maybe they'll fall again, and we'll see.
Answers, it didn't help much. What did? Time. I won't say it gets easier, but you learn to live with it. After all, what else can we do? She's right, you know. If we buckled every time we suffered a loss, we couldn't function. Blimey, I haven't seen that look since the time I nearly forgot our anniversary. What did you mean when you said you're not real? Ah, you're asking questions. All right, I'll answer them. I mean, I'm a ghost, Sam.
Ghost?
I'm not physically here. Why am I the only one who can see you? Because not all ghosts are created equal, like the banker. Even I have no idea who or what it is. Can you prove you really are Reginald's ghost? No, I can't, and I'm not going to try. I'll be moving on after this conversation. Moving on?
Oh.
Yes, it's the best thing for both of us. It's clear my lingering is only hurting you, and I'm sorry about that.
Oh.
I just wanted to say goodbye. Well,
goodbye.
I don't know if you're the real thing or not, but I am glad you were here. You've been so kind and so helpful since the day I arrived on Sodor. I can't thank you enough. You don't have to. Please tell the others I'm sorry I couldn't speak to them. Tell them it was an honor and a privilege working with them.
Wow.
I will, Reggie. I will. I love you. I love you too, Sam. Goodbye.
Oh.
Hello, Sam. Ah, Will, how are you? Fine, thank you.
Wow.
So you're out here on your own? Yes, I want to have a go at pulling a train on my own. No sense in being handheld the whole time I'm here. I suppose
wow,
not.
that was really
How's
nice.
it working out? No accidents, no breakdowns, no bankers. All in all, pretty good. That's great. So, who are you talking to? Reginald. Come again? Samantha opened up about her chats with Reginald, and many of us were inclined to believe it really was.
Also, this music is the exact same one from Relationships when Reginald lost his brother, Randolph. It was the music called Wounded, and it lasted for the whole scene from when Reggie was talking to Mickey until the conversation with Reginald at the shed. So I love this bit of musical continuity.
His ghost, even though we'll never know for sure. It brought us a great deal of comfort knowing he had moved on and that he was able to say goodbye to his wife, speaking of whom, she spent the next several weeks happily working on the Warrington branch before returning to Knapford. In that time, the papers completely changed their tune about our late express engine by writing countless articles and profiles
Mr.
about
Watson.
him. One of these pieces called him a prime example of British ingenuity, craftsmanship, and excellence. I think that perfectly sums up the former MIDI, don't you?
Oh my god, that was beautiful. This episode was fantastic, honestly. Like, I loved it. I loved this episode way better than what we got. Like, Inconvenience was great. Yeah. Concern was also good. Wish was, Tragedy was a clever episode. That wasn't perfect. But this one was just so beautiful. Especially at the end with the music and the words. Like, my god. I thought this was acting for a second, but I'm probably close to crying right now. Like, my god. That was just beautiful. Like, I'm not crying. It sounds like it, but, like, that was just beautiful with, like, Reggie saying goodbye to Sam. The music being a continuity reference to, like, 2 seasons ago. I doubt I've ever actually cried at an episode. Okay, the only one I actually did cry at was Diagnosis, because my favorite character Adam died, but this probably takes second place. Like, just like the words said, the music used, and that final shot of Reginald while he was alive with his whistle basically before. My god, and the fact that the music just continues on for the whole credits. Beautiful. And a literal work of art. Like, this episode was fantastic. What else can I say about the episode? The banker bit. It was so mysterious that it was in a different tone. In the previous episode with the banker, it was more so sudden. But now it's actually sad. Like, who could this banker be? Like, it's a very suspicious story, and I love it. I also like that Kay got a lot of involvement. She's probably... I wouldn't really call her a favorite. I wouldn't really say she's one of my favorite characters, because she's not perfect. I do really like her. She's definitely very underrated. I don't love her, but she's kind of underused and underrated. So I like that she got a lot of stuff in this episode. And this could also be good for, like, my version of Season 6, because I get to use a lot of images with her. I have, like, all the material, so I can use images, because I basically use Trampy style thingies. But overall, Grief was just great. It was a really great episode. 10 out of 10. Just probably the best one of the season so far. Just a ride from beginning till end, and honestly amazing. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.